Okay, in this video, we're going to go ahead and talk about tables and how to go ahead and set them up based on a function that we have here, like the one that we've been working with in the past videos. So to go ahead and hit y equals and just to see the function that we're working with, there it is. And say we want to create a table that is going to go ahead and list all the values 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 0, -1, -2, -3, etc. And even beyond that. This is how we do it. And so what we want to do is that we want to go to table set. Okay, and basically when we say a table, it's going to be like an input output type scenario. It was kind of like a T-chart where you would put an input in and then you would get an output out and then you would plot the point. So when we go to table setup, table start means is that what do you want the calculator to start counting at? In this, I'm going to go ahead and put 0. And this is that what you want the calculator to count by as it's calculating out the inputs. Okay, this auto stuff right here is going to go ahead and allow the calculator to keep counting by those increments and create a table where you can scroll through and grab the values as you need. So with this, I hit second and table, and you can see that it starts at 0 and it's going to count by ones all the way down and give me input and output. If I push the little Nintendo key up here, you can see it goes in the negative direction and I have all these values on hand. So if I ever wanted to change that, say I wanted to go second and table set, and I wanted to start at, who knows, 10 for whatever reason, and maybe I wanted my table to count at whatever, a half. So let's go 0.5. You can see that if I go second table, that it's going to start at 10, and then it's going to go ahead and count all these values at a 0.5 increment in either direction. So that's basically how you want to set that up if you have the problem calls for that particular need. There's another option that if you don't need all this exhaustive table stuff of, all these values, is that you can ask for specific values. So let's go ahead and do that. That requires us to set the table as starting, I like to start at 0, and kind of putting this at 1. But here's the big difference, is that we're going to go down and we're going to say, okay, calculator, ask me what values that you want me to calculate. I don't need all these values that you're creating this table for. It's too much. So we go over to ask, and that's going to create a completely different table that is awaiting for us, basically, to put some input values in so we can get some output values out. So I hit second and table, and you can see the table's blank. So say if I wanted to, for that particular parabola, I wanted to know what a -23 was going to go ahead and let's make sure that, hold on a second, a -23, because I want to make sure that you guys understand that this negative sign right here, it's not the same as the minus sign. So it's a -23. I hit enter, and you can see that it will just give me that value. And likewise, say if I want to know where it's going to cross the y-axis, so where x equals 0. So I'd put that in there, and that's going to kick that out. And maybe I want to know where, 9.5 is going to go ahead and be. So I have that. And likewise, it's going to basically ask for something, and then it's going to kick out a very a customized table based on your needs, whatever you're trying to find. So those are the two different tables that we're going to be using in pre-calculus, and yeah, I hope that kind of clears things up. In the next video, we'll probably be moving on to some other skills in which are going to be a little bit different. So stay tuned, and I hope you watch video 4 after this.